Here. I want to welcome everybody. My name is Tim Herr. I'm sure many of us, we've gotten a chance to meet. If we haven't, been with Riman going on 2 years now in December. So I'm excited about having my anniversary here soon. And it's been so amazing to be able to be a part of such a magical company. I love being a part of Riman. And good morning, Lily. Good morning to you too as well. Man, they got me. I got this thing cooking in the morning today. But yeah, really excited today to be able to share with you why Riman. I think a lot of times you got to kind of look at Riman a little bit and understand why this is such an amazing place. And as everybody's sending out those last minute reminders to get everybody on, I just want to kind of let everybody know we're going to start off, go over a couple announcements right now, very exciting announcements that are happening right now. And then we're going to get into the why Riman training. So I don't want to spend too much time today dancing around my background and my story. Not that interesting. I was basically working at a go-kart track before I got involved in this industry. Was homeless, living on people's couches and living on top of a schoolhouse. And my brother-in-law called me one day, said, "Hey man, I got really lucky. I met this wealthy guy. I think if you meet him, I think there might be an opportunity for you to be able to make some incredible money." And met him, saw network market. I never even knew what it was, really. I thought it was like this company had just found the coolest way ever to make money. Got started, paid so much attention because I really had a desire to be successful. And so I wanted to learn as much as possible. Took notes like crazy, implemented what I was taught. My mentor told me the first training I ever went to, he said, if you want to be successful in our industry, he said, you want to become a sponge. And I think that's probably the best analogy of success, right? For our type of businesses, you want to be able to absorb information, bring it over here and give it to other people. So that's what I did. I just turned into a sponge, learned as much as I possibly could, and applied it and taught it to other people. And as a result, it's been a dream come true. And today we're going to be talking about why Riman, and it's going to be truly remarkable. So it's going to be an exciting training. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it right now. Make sure that I hope this video doesn't start. Sorry about a little extra video action there for you. I'm going to get underway with this. Right now, there's some exciting promotions that are happening right now, obviously in Riman. Want to cover those real quickly. Biggest one that's happening, obviously, is the new, everybody knows we've got the new colors, right? We got the new, the shades or whatever, however you want to say it. But basically the Sunset Canyon, Coral Lace, and Cherry Pink is out, right? It's right here available to customers. So many people right now are getting them. These bundles, the one that comes with the free multi-stick bomb, it's my favorite product. Let me get a little bit of that action real quick. Now we're talking. But one of my favorite products comes free with this bundle, only $81 for customers, $114 in Canada. Really exciting. We got the other makeup bundle, the Set and Stay makeup spray. That one's a unisex situation, meaning if you want to get some serious glow on, whether you're a man or a woman, boom. Go ahead. And obviously some dudes wear makeup too. I'm not going to get into all that, but for me, I don't really wear makeup. I like the way that the makeup tastes when I kiss my wife, but but the Set and Stay makeup spray, I like to put that on whenever I'm doing a call sometimes before get really big glow on. But this bundle's available right now for customers until supplies last. So tonight, these are going to be ending at 11:59. So everybody right now, and it says 5 days because this was on Monday, but it's not 5 days. It's tonight to sneak in all the orders. So we got to get everybody dialed in. Obviously, you guys all know the Fast Start bonus this month. To me, this is the most exciting Fast Start bonus we've ever had. And the reason why is because when a brand new planner gets started in the month of October, it incentivizes them to get 1,000 in personal SP. A lot of people, obviously, when they come in, they'll get a kit. You know what I mean? Get their starter set that's more than 1,000 SP. Obviously, majority of people obviously do that. So it's cool. They get an extra $100 free product credit to go along with the rebate that they get. And if somebody gets started and they hit manager, they're going to get a $250 product credit. And if they get started and hit obviously senior manager in the month of October, bam, they're going to get a $500 free product credit. And that obviously comes along with their, as many of you know, comes along with the rebate that they get as well. A lot of people right now that have gotten started in October are upgrading to senior manager, getting the 6,000 SP themselves because they're going to need the product anyways. On top of that, they're going to get the $500 free product credit. So a lot of people today, I've seen it, like been watching the reports this morning, just going through the roof right now, everybody upgrading because they want to take advantage of that. So if you got brand new October planners, make sure you touch bases with them today, help them get to hit manager, senior manager. and make sure we wrap that up. Terms and conditions are all there. You guys have probably seen the flyer. Starter sets for October. These will be going away tonight. Remember, tonight, at 11:59, the back office will be turned off as they go through all the data processing. And so you won't be able to view your back office for a few hours after midnight Pacific time. These are the starter kits right now that are happening. Everybody's been going crazy this month with starter sets. If you got started within the last 30 days, you can take advantage of starter sets. Then they're no longer available. So since they come with free products, everybody, when they get started, they want to get a starter set because it's really what it is a promotion. It's almost when you look at it, the way I see it is it's a true promotion, meaning like you get those promotional products for free and everybody wants to take advantage of that, right? So Canada, same thing. They got amazing kits up there for everybody up north, right? Events that are going on real quickly, just touch on these. The retreat, this is the big thing right now that's happening. Everybody's running for this retreat. And some of you right now that are brand new, you already know how to qualify. You know how the system works. If you don't know, I'm gonna real quickly touch on it. And I apologize if you guys know this information already, but sometimes it's good to have it come to the forefront of your brain because everybody right now is running hard to get to the Costa Rica trip. Everybody knows if they get 1,200 travel points, they get tier 1. They get 1,800 travel points. They get a tier 2, which gives them a $500 reimbursement. Okay. Tier 3 gives you a trip for 2 plus 500 reimbursement, 2,800 travel points. And everybody right now, they've got their eyes set on getting 3,500 travel points. So you get a trip for 2 to Costa Rica, plus you're going to get $1,000 reimbursement on your airfare. So this right now has got everybody running right now faster than ever before. People are so excited about Costa Rica. Everybody can't wait for that. And here's how you qualify, right? You guys all know everything you do pretty much, you do something good and bam, you're going to get travel points. This is available in US, Mexico, and Canada. If you're on the call today from the UK, welcome and get ready for, you guys are going to be having, I'm sure, a retreat coming up. Actually, you guys have a retreat. Dang it. If you hit team leader, one of the first 50 people to hit team leader, you get to go to Jeju Island, which is absolutely remarkable. So if you're in the UK, you got your own thing to qualify for. But let's talk about it. Everything you do, you get rewarded. So let's give an example. Here's an example right here. Kind of hard to read there, but if you get 40 active customer points, so this is more for our super sellers. If you get 40 active customer points, you get 100 travel points, okay, in the month. So in this month of October, somebody that's a super seller gets 40 active customers. That's somebody that makes an order in the month of, makes a purchase. Doesn't matter if they buy, one makeup product or they buy a lot of stuff, whatever. If you have 40 active customers, bam, you get 100 travel points, right? And the other thing is going on right now, and I apologize, my font is when I copied and pasted, it got turned over to a different look. But every you get 5 travel points for every $100 US and 139 Canadian value. So if you're in a retail customer setting, right, you can earn up to 35 travel points, obviously, from one customer. So if somebody makes like a $10,000 order or whatever, they're not going to give you like 1 billion travel points for that. You're going to get up to 35 per customer, obviously. So here's how it works. If you enroll 5 customers this month, right, and let's say the average one is $200 US, if everyone's at $200 US, you would get 50 travel points just for doing that. If you enroll 10 customers at $200 US, okay, you would earn 100 travel points. Okay, so every time you get customers, you're going to get what? Travel points. And what do we want to do, right? We want to build a customer base. Obviously, that's how we become wealthy. So everybody's excited about getting customers right now like never before. You rank advance. Once again, bam, guess what you're going to get? Travel points, right? So you get started as a planner. Now, if you get started as a senior manager, you get 100 travel points right away. Now, if you rank advance to team leader, boom, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get 300 travel points. And then guess what? You hit director, you're getting 2,000 travel points. So never been a more exciting time to rank advance with the Riman opportunity than right now. Everybody's running for rank. Next week at the same time, I'm going to be doing the Friday training at the same time next week. We're going to be going over senior manager. We're going to be talking about momentum. And obviously that starts with becoming a senior manager factory. It's going to be a great training. Now, sponsoring individuals, obviously when we get somebody started, first thing we want to do is what? Set them up for success. How do we do that? We get the products in their hands, right? We all know in Riman, the products are the superstar, right? So we've got to get everybody their starter sets. Whenever somebody gets started, if they get a starter set the 300 point set, you're going to get 10 travel points. Somebody gets a starter kit plus, right? The 1,000 point set, bam, you're going to get 50 travel points for sponsoring somebody that does that. And if you sponsor somebody that gets a starter kit premium, guess what? You get 100 travel points for that. So let me give an example. Let's say you recruited 5 people, okay? And let's say the first person gets a starter kit, a 300 points starter kit, you're getting 10 travel points. Say the second person that gets started gets a starter kit plus, okay? Third person gets started gets a starter kit, 300 point set, and they go, wait a second, I need to upgrade. I need to get more products. So they end up getting a starter kit premium because they upgrade like everybody's doing right now by the end of the month. And guess what happens? You're going to get, obviously 10 travel points for the 300 point set. Plus for the starter kit premium, you get 100. So just from that one individual recruit, you're going to get 110 travel points, right? And then somebody comes in, they get started. How I got started, I got 4 premium sets when I got in. Okay. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to go number 1 senior manager on day 1. Plus, what did I want to do? I wanted to have the products, right? Because I knew that if I got these products on people's faces, I just tell people like this. It's like, get the product, add it to skin, and you make money. I mean, that's literally what we do, okay? In this example here, if you got 10 travel points, 50 travel points, 10 travel points, 100 travel points, 400 travel points, if somebody gets 4 starter kit premiums, that'd be a total of 570 earned just by sponsoring 4 people and helping them get started, right? So it's a very simple situation. Get people started right now. Everybody wants to get everybody started in Riman. Everybody knows right now that this thing's growing like wildfire, and they don't want to see one of their friends get in with somebody else because they hesitated to call them, right? So everybody's running like crazy right now to get everybody started that they can. Everybody wants to talk to people about Riman because they love the opportunity. And then obviously if you're a team leader or director, you do your monthly maintenance and bam, guess what? You get travel points, right? If you do your minimum 10,000 SP, you're going to get 100 travel points. But in our organization, we don't make our minimums or maximum. Everybody in our organization runs for obviously doing way more than 10,000. So you do 30,000 or more in SP, you're going to get 200 travel points instead of 100. You guys see that? And if as a director, you do 100,000 SP open line volume, you get 300 travel points. So as a director, you can get 300 travel points for doing over 100,000 SP. And you can get either 100 or 200 travel points for doing your team leader open line volume. So very exciting for directors and above. I encourage you to get to director, mainly because we have the big convention coming up. Let's talk about Philippines. We all know we just pre-launched that market in October. We got a big event coming up for people that know people in the Philippines, people that are building in the Philippines. Team 1%, all of our leaders that are out there in that market. A lot of these people, I think all these leaders are right now at the Macau event. And they're going to be coming over to Philippines to do a special event there. It's going to be on Tuesday, November 4th. It's going to be 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. They're doing a leadership training. 6 to 7, they're doing K-pops and raffles. And you want to make sure you're there for that. Or you want to make sure your Filipino contacts are there for that. 7 o'clock overview, right? Opportunity presentation, then 8 o'clock recognition. It's going to be fun. So if you're you got to hit manager, senior manager by tonight to get recognized on the November 4th Philippines event. Okay. UK, everybody knows we just launched UK doing a call this Wednesday. So Wednesday, the time change happens. Okay. So make sure you make a note of this. Our time change in the US happens on Sunday. So this is going to be 7 p.m. UK, 11 a.m. Pacific. Okay. I'm going to be doing a Wednesday call there. It's going to be powerful. Anybody that wants to build in UK or all of Europe, I encourage you to get them on that call. And I'm going to present the information and help them get started on your team for you. Okay. Very exciting. Obviously, Long Beach, everybody knows about Long Beach. We're all promoting for that. Get your tickets if you don't have your tickets now. Make sure your team gets their tickets when they get started. We got 10 ticket bundles still available. Or you can get 1 ticket. It's up to you. And the host hotel, everybody knows if there's rooms open for that. Sometimes there are. Sometimes they open up more. Check on that. See what's going on. But make sure you get a hotel if you're coming in from out of state. Doesn't necessarily have to be the Hyatt Regency. Stay wherever you want, right? But definitely want to make sure you're close to the convention, right? So Friday, this is going on today. We all know Macau. Everybody that's building in Asia has got all their team there at Macau. Everybody's having the time of their life. Friday, tonight, 11:59 Pacific, the Fast Start bonus is going to end, right? Urgency's at an all-time high. Everybody's upgrading. Everybody's getting customers. Everybody's pushing for rank. Never seen such an exciting time, right? The excitement right now is at an all-time high. Today's the biggest day of volume that we've seen at close of a month at this point already. Things are going wild right now because everybody's running for this promotion. We all know pay period deadline tonight. Got to get all your customers in. If you're a manager hire, get your 3 customers in. If you're a team leader hire, get your 5 customers in. Get your 1,000 in SP to unlock your unit level, right? And if you're team leader, you're running for, obviously, you're running for your Costa Rica, getting your 30,000, and everybody's just running hard right now today, doing everything they can. It's so much fun. Okay, so let's get into it. Monday, we all know we had a time change, so Hawaii now, this Monday, it's going to be 7 a.m. instead of obviously 6 a.m. there for you guys. Everybody else, the time is pretty much the same, meaning that the leadership training that Mr. Danny Bay does, this is going to be exciting, right? This is going to be an exciting one. Every Monday, we do a leadership training for team leaders and above. One of the major reasons why you want to hit what? Team leader, right? You want to get in that training, unbelievable content, unbelievable information, taking everybody's business to the next level. Monday, we got the rundown, monthly rundown for November. This is the biggest month because of what? Black Friday, right? We know Black Friday, we have so much sales that come in, okay? So right now, the recruiting numbers are going through the roof. Everybody's getting everybody started right now because they want to help their friends make a lot of money for the holidays, right? Everybody's running hard to get as many people started so everybody can have the best Christmas or whatever you celebrate in December. That's going to be big, okay? This is going to be huge. This month is going to be amazing. This is the time right now where you want to be running, because if you run now and you get a bunch of brand new people starting, get them trained up, what's going to happen? They're going to be ready and take advantage of Black Friday. So you want to open your heart and care about people and get them started. So most important thing, get on this monthly rundown. Going to be a lot of exciting content with Ms. Betty Perez and Mr. Danny Bay. You don't want to miss that, okay? But then obviously we've got our Mexico, we all know, overview. Please be aware of this, okay? It's at 7 p.m. Mexico time, Mexico City time, and then 6 p.m., okay? It's going to be Mexico, what is it called? Mexico Pacific Standard. Okay. So that's basically 5 p.m. Pacific because the time change. You guys get it? So our Pacific and Mexico Pacific, which is like the Baja, that's going to be 6 o'clock for them. If you're in Pacific, it's 5 p.m. for you. Okay. So in America. Okay. We got our Monday events we do at the House of Riman. Everybody loves bringing guests to these. Man, everybody wants to build in Southern California. Everybody pushes people to get people to this event. It's unbelievable. Tuesday, we all know we got the big event going on in Makati, or not Makati, but in Manila. Tuesday, we've got our, obviously, you guys all know, we've got our product training in Mexico, 6 p.m. Mexico time, 5 p.m. You guys all know for Cabo, which would be 4 p.m. for us Pacific. So just make sure you understand the time change. It's a little bit different, but everybody knows, right? Tuesday night, we got an exciting one. We got Anna Kim, Linda Hernandez, Cynthia, Scott, and myself are going to be doing an amazing orientation Tuesday. Wednesday, you guys all know we got the exciting UK call. Wednesday, I wanted to put it in there twice because I love it so much. Then Wednesday, obviously, we got the product university. We've got a couple more sessions left. You want to take advantage of that. Thursday, we got Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, right? Powerhouses just got back from Jeju Island. They are on another level. You want to get prospects in front of them. They are on fire right now. And then obviously Friday training, how to create massive momentum. You do not want to miss this one. It's going to be happening November 7th, this Friday coming up. I've got this one. It's going to be the same time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So you don't want to miss that. Okay. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. Why Riman? Why Riman? This is my favorite training to teach on. And we will be very brief today, and we'll get you out of here actually early. But why Riman is so important, because you got to understand why Riman is the best opportunity in the world right now. And the reason why everybody is sharing Riman with everybody they know. Recruiting numbers are going through the roof, right? Main thing that's driving that, we all know Black Friday. But the other thing is that, everybody wants to get people started in Riman because everybody's getting in on Riman right now, and you don't want your friends to get started by somebody else because you didn't talk to them. So the urgency is at an all-time high. Right now, we got first movers advantage. Nobody knows about this in America. Literally, you walk down the block and you ask everybody on your street, You talk to 20 people in your community, asking them if they know about Riman. Majority of them like have no idea what it is. So you've got to make sure that you take advantage of this moment in time. Timing is more important than talent. We all know that, right? So let's talk a little bit about why Riman. Here's what's going on right now in America today, right? 12.5% of eligible workers are currently either out of work or underemployed. Many of you know that, right? According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 47.3% of Americans earn less than $40,000 a year. That is overwhelming, okay? Overwhelming, right? I mean, people right now have got their hands up like never before, looking for a way to offset the cost of living, right? 52% of recent graduates, only 52% of recent graduates were able to find a job. So you talk about right now, everybody's looking for a way, right? Everybody's looking for a way for them to be able to make more money because everybody's realizing job security is not what it used to be. You know, people are starting to call it job insecurity sometimes, right? So let's talk a little bit more about this. The average yearly expenditure in US, okay? This is how much people are spending, $77,000, okay? This is huge. And if the average salary in the US, right, is 60,000, think about what this means. If the average person is making 60,000 and their expenditure is 77,000, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up, right? People right now that are making a six-figure income used to be considered rich. Okay, now households earning nearly $200,000 a year are considered middle class. This was in Fortune magazine on March 24th. It's unbelievable what's happening right now in America. I think if people aren't looking for a way to offset the cost of living, they're wild. That's wild. People right now are more open-minded than ever before. People are so concerned about the economic future. People are more worried than ever before. People are looking for a way. And I think everybody would agree with me, the American dream won't happen, right? Every 3 months, 250,000 families enter into foreclosure. One child in every classroom in America is at risk of losing their home because of their parents are unable to pay their mortgage. And average credit card debt in the house and a household, the average credit card debt is 10,000 plus. This is absolutely remarkable. Think about what that means. Think about what I'm telling you. People right now have got their hands up, man. They're saying, please show me a way. People are saying right now, please show me a way to make more money. Please show me a way to be able to do something different than what I'm doing now. People right now are more open-minded than ever before. Okay, 82% of Americans are worried about the negative impact of inflation on purchasing power over their income. Okay, over the income the next 6 months. People are worried about what's going on right now with inflation. Right, 71% of their income is not keeping up with the rising costs. 71% said that their income is not keeping up. So the cost of living is going up and their income's not going up. There's never been a time like this before in my 30-year career in this industry where I've seen so many people open-minded, right? They're looking for a way to make more money and they love the Riman products and they say, wait a second, I can share these amazing products and make money. This is a no-brainer. The typical American household spent over $1,300 more a month than they did 3 years ago to buy the same goods and services. So 3 years ago, all right, 3 years ago, whenever people would purchase stuff, now 3 years later, it's costing $1,329 more to have the same lifestyle. So if you're spending an extra $1,300, how are you going to find that money? You've got to find a way. You got to find a way. And that's why everybody's so excited about Riman right now. Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite people on the planet, Robert Kiyosaki. You know, and he has a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, the Business of the 21st Century, Prophecy, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. A lot of you read a lot of his material. But one of the things that are going on, this is from the Hartford Insurance study from the Social Security Administration, that by age 65 in America today, 1% of the people are wealthy. 54% of the people are dead broke. 4% of the people are well-to-do. 5% of the people are working, and 36% of the people are dead. So when you think about it, you look at those numbers, it's staggering. 95% of the people at age 65 are either dead or dead broke, okay? Because these people that are working aren't working because they want to, they're working because they have to. So people right now are saying to themselves, man, you know what? I got to find a way. And everybody's realizing exactly what, Robert Kiyosaki talks about is you can't be an employee and really generate wealth because there's no leverage, right? There's no leverage there. And you're going to be, your active work determines your income. So whatever you do, when you trade hours for dollars, you're limited, right? So people go, what do I need to do, right? Maybe I need to become self-employed. When you're self-employed, you own a job, right? And you have no leverage. 95% of the population, okay, have no leverage, okay? They have no leverage. The amount of active work determines your income. So basically, ENS, the ENS quadrant, we all know if we've studied Rich Dad Poor Dad, we've studied Robert Kiyosaki. He said this is where 95% of the people are. Okay. Now, the 5% are B or I's, right? The B quadrant or I quadrant. Network marketing, Riman is a B. Okay, is B. And B stands for business owner. Okay, not self-employed. Self-employed is like owning a job. Business owner, meaning that you own a system. Okay, that you have a system and you leverage. And that's where the wealth becomes. That's where the wealth becomes a reality, is when you have the opportunity to be able to leverage income and build a distribution team and get paid an all override on those people's performance of people that work with you. And it gives you, that's the pathway to wealth, according to Robert Kiyosaki. And then obviously I as investor, right? Once you start making a lot of money in it with your B, right? Which is obviously Riman, you want to start investing your income into things that are going to pay you more money. So that's when basically your money works for you. You guys see that? So this is important to understand, because this is how you live the American dream. You pay attention to how to do it, right? Robert Kiyosaki talks about it in many of these books, okay? So let's get into it a little bit more, right? Why network marketing? Jeffrey Babner, who passed away, he was the attorney that won the case in the 70s for Amway. And that was what really set the precedent for what we now know as of network marketing. And, Jeffrey Babner has a book that he wrote called Network Marketing, what you should know. And in this book, he talks about every week more than 55,000 people in the United States sign up for as network marketers. Okay. 400,000 people worldwide every week. So people are getting started right now like never before in network marketing. Why? All the stuff I just told you. You think it's just happening here in America? It's happening all around the world, right? It's a global economy. People are concerned worldwide. In excess of 10 million people in the United States alone are network marketing, are distributors for network marketing companies. 1 in 10 households in America has a network marketing distributor, okay? Direct selling is offered in 140 countries. This is why everybody loves network marketing. Imagine building a distribution network in 140 countries, okay? Direct selling has grown more than 91% over the last 10 years and is currently around 42 billion in the US and 200 billion worldwide. Whoa, we're in the right place. One of the fastest growing industries is what? Direct selling, right? Yet only 1% of the world's population is currently even involved, right, in direct selling. So when you look at it right now, there's never been a better time than right now, okay? According to Jeffrey Babner in his book, okay? Absolutely love this information. You guys, I know a lot of us don't read the paper anymore, but, on the front page of USA Today, there was a section that said, want a recession-proof job? Think direct sales, okay? And in the Wall Street, July 24th, there was an article about about direct selling. And it says, a bad economy, okay, and network marketing have always done well together. Why is that? Why is it so important? Because when is the best time for you to be able to sell an umbrella? We guys would have to agree with me, right? When it's raining, right? So right now, people are looking for a way, and they're coming into our industry. We've got to make sure that we help people pick the right company, right, and get them started here. You guys don't know Paul Zane Pilzer. Many of you read tons of his books, right? Next Millionaires. He's an economic advisor for like two presidents, okay? In this article, he says direct sales is a solution to a shrinking job economy, or job market, okay? Everybody right now, okay, is saying, hey, look, you know what? This is where we need to be, is in our industry and our profession. Why is this so important? They had an article about this. Number one is job security, right? Before being in business, right, for yourself is considered risky. Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki says now working for a traditional corporation has become the risky option. Make more money, right? The U.S. Federal Reserve shows that the average household's net worth for entrepreneurs is 5 times higher than traditional employees. Freedom is a big one. When you're your own boss, you get to choose when you work, how you work, and whom you work with. Jackpot, I love that one. Discover your hidden potential. Entrepreneurship is businesses beating heart, right? Says Richard Branson, right? The Virgin mogul. You guys all know, the guy's doing really well, big time billionaire. Entrepreneurship isn't about capital, it's about ideas. You guys have the right idea because you're involved in Riman. Second career, this is a big one. Speaking specifically to baby boomers, right? They want work that reflects their values and identities. They want to make a difference. Is there any better way to make a difference than to help people look better? Help people make more money? Because that's exactly what we do in Riman, right? That's why it's so important. And I love number 6 because it's sharing, not selling. This is big. We don't sell, we share. Okay? It make Jim Cramer, very, very famous author, says it turns out that direct selling may be the best way to be able to sell goods in a developing world, to build a worldwide distribution. Let's talk about it, right? A life greater impact. Okay, this is big, right? When you're in business for yourself, you write your own history. You write your own success story. This is Jeffrey Gitomer, right? He said, you write your own legacy. More importantly, you write your own paycheck. Jeffrey Gitomer, right? Got an amazing author, okay? We all know that, right? Here's what I want to share with you is this. Let's say in a job, how it works is work, check, right? And what happens is 5 years later, the job, it's work, check, right? 10 years later, it's work, check. 20 years later, it's work, check. 40 years later, it's work, check. 50 years later, work, check. At a job, it's work, check. But see, in Riman, it might start off and it might look like this: work, check. Work, check. Work, check. Okay, the first 30 days. And then if you stay on course and you stay consistent and you keep on keeping on and you have that vision, okay, in 90 days, it might look like work, check. Work, check. Work, check. And what happens if you stay focused, right? Maybe 5 months from now, it'll start looking like work, check, work, check, work, check. And then a year later, if you stay consistent over a long period of time and you keep on keeping on and you stay focused and you have a plan and work that plan and set goals and go after it, your income will start looking like this: check, 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 work, check, 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 work, check, 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 work. That's because of what happens as you grow your business. So I like to say a 5-year game plan, right? Say in the first 5 years in Riman, okay, in the first year of Riman, you introduce 5 people to the opportunity that are serious. Now, how do you find 5 frontline people? Frontline personally sponsored people that are serious. Number 1, you got to be what? Serious. Number 2 is you might need to find 20 people to find 5 good ones, okay? Why is that, right? Because some people say they're serious and then they're like, training, I got to learn. Well, oh my God, right? So you're looking for the lookers, right? You're looking for people that are looking for you. And how you find those people is you just introduce them to the opportunity. And what happens is, let's say you find 5 good people. First year, maybe you introduce a business, 15, 20 people, and you end up finding 5 level 1 recruits that are solid. What do you think is going to happen year 2, right? They're going to do the same thing. Okay, now you got 25 key players, right? 25 good guys on your team. Okay, now think about that, right? What does that look like? Bam, right? Now you got 25 people on that second level. Okay, can you imagine how that would be? Okay, now guess what? You stay consistent. You keep on keeping on. Guess what happens, right? Guess what happens? Bam. Now on year 3, you got 125 people that are committed, that are serious, right? That, you know, and I talk about team leaders, right? I think team leaders are a great place to be serious, okay? And if you're focusing in on developing other team leaders so you can become director and you can become a national director and senior director and all these things that are great. And that's what happens. Now imagine, guess what, year 4, on your 4th level, let's say that you got 625 people. You guys see that? Because everybody's duplicating what you're doing. Year 5, you're talking about 3,125 people. So the key to power of multiplication is that first thing you've got to do is you've got to be serious. So many times people ask me, say, how do I motivate my people? Just be motivated, right? If you just set the pace and set the tone and you're just going after it and you're constantly engaged in money-making activities, your team's going to do what you do. So get fired up about your future. I love what Jim Rohn says, don't quit your job today, okay? He says, work full-time, right? Work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune, right? You want to work part-time on your fortune, but when you work, right? When you play, when you work, make sure you schedule your work, right? And stay committed to it, right? That's important, mainly for people that have never been entrepreneurs, okay? Because most people's homework. Most people homework. They go home, they go to work, homework. And I never liked homework when I was in school. Maybe you were a homework person. I didn't like homework. But most people, that's what they do, is they just keep going home to work. And they do that Monday through, Monday, homework, Tuesday, homework, Wednesday, homework, Thursday, homework. Then Friday, what do? Right? Think about this, right? On Friday, what happens, right? Friday, they go to the pub, right? They go to the bar. So on Friday, they're looking for work hard enough to be able to get a check. And then they end up going to the pub. And then what do? Right? Then they go home, right? And maybe when they go home, you know what I mean? They might be driving in cursive. You know what I mean? And they do this over and over and over and over and over again. A lot of people do it for their whole life. And people are looking to get out of that trap. People are looking to get out of that. And that's the reason why everybody's getting started in our industry. Now, why skincare? Why K-beauty? Why this? Over $625 billion is spent on the beauty industry worldwide. Over 90 million Americans are buying anti-aging products and procedures, okay? American women spend on average $3,700 per year. American men, $2,900 a year, okay, on beauty products, right? Now think about that. That number has grown so much in the last 15 years since I've been in this industry, okay? The global K-beauty products and basically is 91 billion in 2022 and is expected to compound growth at 9.3% from 2023 to 2030. It's growing like wildfire. 64% of the Americans, right? 64% of Americans wish they had more money to spend on their appearance. The biggest reason why I'm in the beauty profession, why I like skincare, is because I'm a guy, okay? I'm a guy. A lot of you know that I'm a dude, right? So as a man, okay, I've been in this profession for 30 years, okay? Recruiting other guys is very easy for me, right? Because I know guys, I connect with guys. I'm a dude, they're dude. It's easy. Guys are more about the commission. Women are more about the mission, right? But I've always struggled building women leadership until I got into the beauty industry because I've been married for 30 years, right? You want to know how to be married men for 30 years is don't have women friends. So I don't know a lot of women, but my products will recruit the women. And 80% of our profession is women. Okay. So me being a guy, why I'm involved in the beauty industry is obvious, right? Is I want to tap into the 80%, right? A lot of you on this call are women, right? I want women in my organization. Why? Because you're the best, right? You're the best. Women are better, right? Let's just face it. Okay. When women are excited, what do? They talk, right? When women are bored, what do? They talk, right? When women are mad, what do? They talk. Women talk more than men. And we're in the word of mouth advertising business. So men are more commission oriented. Women are more mission oriented. So whenever they fall in love with the product, they want to share it with everybody they know. And that's the reason why I'm in the beauty industry. You guys all know out of the top 10, beauty companies in the world, 9 of them were started by men. Because if you walk into a Neiman Marcus or a Macy's or a Nordstrom's, the first floor is all women's stuff. Right? If you want to buy something for men, it's like 2 levels down. They don't even have a bathroom on the first floor because they want the husbands to walk away from their wives. They got to go to the bathroom. Women are better consumers than men, right? Women are way better consumers than men. So and I'm not saying anything bad. If you're a guy, be like, dude, why are you bashing on me, bro? I'm not trying to bash on men. What I'm telling you is that the reason why I'm involved in skincare and beauty is obvious, okay? Now, why Riman? This is going to be good, and then we're going to wrap this thing up, and we're going to get this thing done early, okay? So here's what I want to show you. Most companies in our profession might have a research and development department. Riman has a research and development company, okay? They've got experts from various fields to create the best products through research, right? We have an Ask company, right? You guys all know the best of the best. We have our own company, a research company, okay? We got these huge buildings out on Jeju Island where we put together these products, right? We've got the Incelderm building, we've got the Bodolab building, we've got all this property out there, and it's all designed for product. Okay, it's all about the products here at Riman. Okay, we got a Riman campus. I know that we've got leaders on the call that just got back from there, but when you look at the Riman campus, okay, it's right next to the bottom of where the water comes from the Jeju Lab Energy water. Okay. Unbelievable story. When you look at Riman's products, unbelievable story. We have a 150,000 square foot smart farm where we grow all of our hero ingredients, right? Where we grow all of our patented ingredients, okay? When you do something like that, right, and basically what you've done, right, is you're vertically integrated. Everything is us. As a result of that, you're able to keep your cost of goods low, which that's why we can pay out so much money, okay? Nobody's doing this. Let me tell you guys how many people in our profession have a smart farm. None. Nobody's doing that. Okay. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's got the patents that we do. Okay. Nobody's doing it like Riman. Okay. Nobody's doing this. Right. Nobody's got these types. And I didn't even talk about Jeju. You know what I mean? The obviously the resort we've got. But look at these awards. Come on, man. Who's got awards like that? Who's got these awards? Us. Nobody else has got awards like this. You think about that, right? Why Riman? They had Priva, okay? They had Priva. This is a big company. This is the best company in the world for developing smart farms. They went to Priva to have them build that smart farm. Riman doesn't mess around. They're the pioneer in their field, okay? They push the limits, man. They do the best, okay? They do the best stuff, so they said, we want the best. Their technology solutions implemented 40,000 buildings and 10,000 horticulture projects across over 100 countries. They're the best in the world. We're the first company to be able to have a smart farm, obviously, for Centella Asiatica. These guys are the best of the best. Think about what I'm telling you. And our guys, they went out there. You see Chairman on there, goes out there, has these guys fly out to Jeju and build that smart farm, okay? Look at it, 12 patents plus. Who's got 12 patents? We do. Think about that. Nobody's got patents like that. Most people have got, companies that just slap a new label on a product and it's the same thing that somebody else is doing. Riman is different. That's why everybody, when they look at Riman, they say this is going to be a legacy company. Everybody's like, this is a legacy company. I want to be a part of it because nobody's doing what we're doing. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. That's where you are. Think about where you are right now. 5 years from now, if you stay focused and you put in the effort and energy, your financial future could be completely different. Your life could change and you could impact so many people's lives because you bring them to Riman. You're bringing them to the place that nobody's doing what we're doing. Okay. Nobody's as serious as we are about making things happen. Okay. I mean, we got the giant young pool. Come on now. We have a 20-year patent on that. We just got one for the US. USDA. Bam. Let's go. Nobody's doing that. Think about what I'm telling you. Nobody's doing what we're doing. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Think about this. We got the Jeju Law of Energy water, exclusive. We're the only skincare company in the world that has access to that water, right? And out of all the volcanoes on the planet that have the lava water, the only accessible one is where? Korea, Jeju Island. The one in Hawaii, it's too deep. Can you get it? Yeah, it's expensive. It's way too expensive to go after. Spain, too much sediment in the bottom. Can't do it. Think about this. What else? Who else has got it? Japan, radiation. This is the only one, right? This is the only one. This is why we're in the right place at the right time, okay? And think about the Riman Village. Ask yourself this. What company have you ever heard of, right? I used to work at a go-kart track called Boomers, okay? Boomers didn't have a resort that I could do a good job at Boomers and go into a resort, okay? This company has built a resort for you and I, okay? Think about that. Think about that. And all you got to do is do what? Hit director in the US or Mexico and you get to go. Now, why would you want to hit director? Cha-ching, right? You're going to make a lot of money along the way. So hit director, go to Riman Village, and at the same time, make a lot of money along the way. I cannot wait for you to go. It's an eye-opening experience, okay? When you see this thing and you're like, oh my God, you cannot describe it. Who's got a village like that? Understand what Riman is doing, nobody's doing. Nobody's doing it like we're doing it, okay? And the biggest thing right now that I need you to understand is pay period deadline is tonight. This is it, right? You want to be running harder than ever before to get every order in you can. If you don't have your, guess what? If you don't have your 1,000 SP to unlock your unilevel, let's get it done. Let's get it done, right? If you don't have your 3 customers, if you're a manager hire, get it done, right? If you got started, if you're not a senior manager, let's wrap it up this month right now. Okay. Everybody wants to run for manager right now. Everybody wants to run for senior manager right now. How do you get there? You make a decision in your mind, make a decision in your heart that this is my time. I'm going to get it done. I'm going all out massive action right now. I'm not going to let this moment in time slip through my fingertips. This window of opportunity right now that's available to me, it'll never be recreated again. This window of opportunity that is available will never be recreated or duplicated again. This moment in time is our time. This is our chance. Okay. Our chance to do something special, our chance to do something great. And I promise you this, you're one recruit away from massive momentum. You're one recruit away from massive momentum. I'm telling you right now, you bring in the right person. And when I got started in this industry, my mentor told me, he says, when you get started, you're like in a boat with one oar and you're just going in circles. And you're bringing in people and they might be getting started. But as soon as you find that person that wants to run like you, now you got somebody on the other side of that boat and they're got an oar and you guys are off to the races. You're one recruit away from massive momentum. And I'm telling you right now, everybody you know, you make a list right when you get started, everybody does it, right? They make a list of everybody they know. What do, right? Everybody makes a list of everybody they know, and they start talking to these people, and they start finding out who wants to make more money, who wants to look better, and who, and I don't even ask people if they're interested. I say, hey, when can I give you, when I can get together with you? When can I get together with you? I got something really big I'm working on. Got to show it to you. Got to show it to you. When can we meet up? Because I don't want you to find out from anybody else what I've got going on. I want you to hear it from me. Okay. And I just get together, people, show them the plans. And I just say, dude, you want to make more money and look better? Or do you just want to look better? Bam, let's go. Let's get you a customer. Let's go. It's super simple. Okay. Bring people over to my living room and just bam, have fun. Show them the products. Talk to them about the opportunity. Sign them up. This moment in time will never happen again. Okay. I'm telling you right now, this is our time. This is our chance. You got to make up in your heart and your mind right now and say to yourself, man, I'm going to the top. I'm going to the top. I'm hitting senior manager right now today, no matter what. I'm hitting this position. And if I've got people on my team right now that are not senior manager, I'm going to get them to senior manager right now this month, today. Today, we're going to get it done. Okay. I'm going all out massive action. And this is my time to do something special. That's got to be the attitude that you've got. You got to have that attitude that says, this is my time to do something great. And you got to be thinking to yourself, somebody gets thrown on your team, somebody locks arms at you, we're going to the top, over, under, through, right? I'm going to get you to senior manager. I'm going to get you to manager. I'm going to make sure no matter what that you make it. I'm going all out because I found something special and I can't let this window of opportunity pass me by. So I'm challenging you right now to step up. How much volume are you going to be able to get in today? How many customers can you get in today? How many promos, right, of the new promos that are going away today can you take advantage of? I'm telling you right now, this is it. This is our time. This is our place. We're going to be there for you every step of the way. Next Friday, I'm going to be doing one of the best trainings ever on momentum. You want to make sure that you get everybody dialed in on that training, okay? Let's lock arms together. Let's build this thing together, and let's go to the top together. With that being said, let's make it happen. Let's have a great close of the month. God bless you. See you guys at the top. Let's make it happen, everybody. Love each and every one of you guys. Let's go, family.